Vinny Coates in the 134, going to start inside row number 2 on his outside. Number 71 to Chris Tonali. Dustin Isaacs rather in the 714, starting inside row number 3 on his outside. Trenton Houston in the 19 green flag. Here we go. Tanner Foster taking immediately. He's going to have some competition from that 2 machine there. Oh, I said that. Announcer's curse. He's going to the back. My race pass pulled up here. Tanner Foster coming off of turn number 4. Going to lead lap number 1 here in your CKR Fabrications Pure Stocks Heat Race number 1. Green cars out front again. It's bad luck to have green on a race car, but not for these guys, not this year. Tanner Foster leading lap number 1, running a 20.927 over Chris Tonali. Tonali in that 71 right there on his back bumper. Oh, Dustin Isaacs goes over on turn number 3. Haven't seen that very much this year. Jesse Stovall doing a great job of putting the lip up there on turn number 3 and 4. That berm saving a lot of unnecessary cautions this year, and I'm very thankful for it. But of course, we are in our first Car Keys and More caution flag here in your CKR Fabrications Pure Stock Heat Race number 1. And I do believe we're live. I don't have it pulled up. You'll have to excuse me. I'll have to do that here on my Facebook. But we are live with my friend Tombo with ShowMeDirt. And folks, let me tell you about my friend Thomas Shaw Jr. My man Tombo promotes everything dirt, and he does it through his pride and joy, ShowMeDirt. And he's your go-to source for Southwest Missouri's exhilarating dirt racing scene. Join ShowMeDirt on one of his many social media outlets as they dive into the heart-pounding action of the region's premier racetracks, including, but not limited to, a couple of my favorites, Twister Alley and Monett Motor Speedway. Be sure to subscribe for thrilling racing actions. You can find them at ShowMeDirt.com, ShowMeDirt on YouTube, and ShowMeDirt on X. He's doing an awesome job. Oh, I forgot to add his TikTok. He does awesome at his TikTok now, too. We're kind of joining forces together there. If you want to access, sir, did you want to say something? If you want to access our feature races.
Did you say a Tic Tac?
Yeah.
I love them things.
Oh, yeah.
I like the green ones.
Tastes great, less filling.
Yeah.
Also, tomorrow night, if you don't have any plans, bring your kids out to Lebanon I-44 Speedway this Saturday night, where they're planning to do a huge Easter egg hunt and have chances to win some bikes. Plus, you get to see some great racing while you're at it. If you're not able to make it out, but you still want to catch the racing action, well, turn into ShowMeDirt from the comfort of your own lazy boy. You can do it in your underwear with Cheetos, just like our friend Jerry Hoffman over there at Springfield Raceway.
Gosh.
Yes, sir.
I have found somebody's abandoned seats over here.
Well, if you could.
It is absolutely amazing. I hope they don't come back.
I've got the lights on in here. I'm trying to find you. Where are you at? Give me a big wave.
Hey, look, your chair. Yeah, I'm right here. You see me?
No.
Right here.
No.
The other way.
So,
Right here.
Oh, hey.
You still ain't seeing me.
I see somebody waiting. Oh, yeah, I see you now.
Look at these seats, people.
Ooh.
I think we should move them and claim them.
That leave you any chili dogs or anything?
Ooh, that's maybe I sat in one.
How about that's not good.
No, I didn't.
Not good at all.
Do you think they'd miss that if they don't come back here? I'm going to put it up here. I'll go up here with it.
It's probably a much better place to be sitting.
I'll just wait on them. If they don't find it, they won't know.
Well, hopefully they went down to the Pit Stop Grill to get them some more of that delicious Mazzio's pizza in your cheese, pepperoni, or sausage variety there. Hey, ShowMeDirt couldn't do it without some of his big sponsors. He's got Midwest Sheet Metal Company helping him out, Spray Foam Near Me, and FAFO Tires and Automotive. All right, getting back to green flag racing as soon as they hit the back. Again, Tanner Foster, number 15 machine. Your current leader, Chris Denali, Trenton Houston. Maybe it's Houston. I don't know. I never met the guy. Actually, I did meet him for the first time here, an hour and a half ago. Green flag as they make their way down the back stretch. Tanner Foster, the number 15, shoots off like a rocket. 19 machine of Houston, side by side with Denali. Touched just a little bit. I believe they know each other also because they were pitting next to each other. I don't know if that means anything. Denali taking a look to the bottom side of the 19 of Houston. Tanner Foster still out front of this thing. Houston in that second spot. Denali in third. Coming around to lead lap number 2. Tanner Foster out front of this thing by half a second over Trenton Houston. Denali another 0.2 of a second back. Austin Dixon in that 4th spot. And Lenny Coates rounding out your top 5 there. Coates falls back to the 2 machine. Dustin Isaacs is who is out. It's my first day, and this is a really good race, and I'm messing it all up for our Facebook friends. I'm not as good as everyone says. Tanner Foster out front of this thing. Extend his lead out to a whole second over to the 19 of Trenton Houston. Houston in that second spot, falls back another 0.2 of a second. Running his fastest lap though. Trenton Houston running a 20.768 that time. Chris Denali running a 20.689, also running his fastest lap, 0.2 of a second behind him. Good racing. Denali moves back up to that second spot. He's got Houston right back to his to the bottom side there. Tanner Foster still your leader. Houston loses a little ground coming off of turn number 2. Austin Dixon holding on to that 4th spot. Lenny Coates right behind him. 5 cars remain here in our CKR Fabrications Pure Stock Heat Race number 1. You heard race director. 2 laps to go currently. Tanner Foster really extending his lead out here as he makes his way around 3 and 4. Chris Denali in that second spot. White flag displayed by flagman Chip Abernowitz. Foster extends his lead out to 1.847. Chris Denali in that second spot. And Trenton Houston in third. Coming off of turn number 4, going to take the win here in your CKR Fabrications Pure Stock Heat Race number 1. Number 15 of Tanner Foster. Chris Denali taking that second spot. And the 19 of Trenton Houston rounding out your top 3. FAFO 2. Austin Dixon finishing in 4th, and Lenny Coates rounding out your top 5. Tanner Foster in the 15 machine taking home the win there. Chris Denali finishing 2nd. Trenton Houston finishing 3rd. Austin Dixon and Lenny Coates rounding out your field. Now time for heat race number 2. Starting on the pole of your CKR Fabrications Pure Stock Heat Race number 1, going to be James Adams in the 00 machine out of Gentry, Arkansas. On his outside, going to be Wayne Morris making it back to Monett Motor Speedway in the 12 machine out of Miami, Oklahoma. Dale Centers from Cassville, Missouri, starting his 25 machine from that 3rd spot. On his outside, going to be number 7 of Carla Lampe coming all the way from Fair Grove. Maddox Vaught in the 1V coming from Crane, Missouri. Going to start from that 5 spot, and on his outside, Wesley Decker from Washburn, Missouri in the 9R. Again, 8 laps the distance here in your CKR Fabrications Pure Stock Heat Race number 2, as is most of our heat races. I just felt like I should give you that information.
Oh, yeah. I gave the seat back, Josh.
Well, that's unfortunate.
What's yours feel like? That's real thick. Oh, yeah. Look at this one. This one comes like a backpack.
Speaking of real thick, we got the CKR Fabrications Pure Stock Heat Race number 2 starting right now. 00 and 12 shoot off side by side into 1 and 2. Number 12 machine of Wayne Morris taking the lead here. Carla Lampe right on his tail, giving him a little push. Lampe going to look to the inside, going to try to win this one here. Looking to take the lead here on lap number 1 from the 3rd spot. Carla Lampe going to lead lap number 1 here on Monett Motor Speedway. We're happy to have them back after they went westward, going rattlesnake hunting. CKR Fabrication Pure Stock Heat Race number 2. Carla Lampe, your current leader here. Wayne Morse, number 12 machine. Dale Center's already up to that 3rd spot as he tracks down that number 12 of Wayne Morse. Wayne getting a little loose, but maybe he's just working it in. James Adams in the 00 machine, currently sitting in 4th. 1V of Maddox Vaught. Rounding out your top 5. Maddox looking to the bottom side of the 00 as they make their way down the backstretch. Vaught side by side with the 00 of Adams. Going to try to take that 4th spot away. Side by side down the front stretch, pretty even. He'll shut the door on him there. Slide him up right there between 1 and 2. He'll take over that 4th spot. Meanwhile, out front, Carla Lampe leading by 2 seconds last time by over the 12 machine of Wayne Morse. Dale Center's just 0.3 of a second behind Morse. 4 laps in the books, halfway through your CKR Fabrications Pure Stock Heat Race number 2. Dale Centers had a good run on the backstretch. Gonna take a look to the inside of Morse here between 1 and 2. Tries to get a good run off of 2. Just gets to his gas tank. He's got a nose in there. That's a good start. Carla Lampe building her lead out to almost a 4-second lead over the 12 of Wayne Morse. White flag displayed for your leader, the number 7 of Carla Lampe, again out front by 4 seconds here in your CKR Fabrications Pure Stocks Heat Race number 2. Extends it out another half second over Wayne Morse. Morse may be in trouble here as he had Centers to the bottom side. He hits that skinny pedal just a little bit harder, pushing it through the firewall. He's going to hold on to that 2nd spot. Meanwhile, out front, your CKR Fabrications Pure Stock winner going to be Miss Carla Lampe, running her fastest lap on the last lap at 20.278. And she takes that JB Autoworks checkered flag. JB Autoworks ready to provide their clients with top-notch repairs. If you're needing an estimate, go visit JB Autoworks at 706 16th Street right here in Monett. If you have any questions, reach out to them at 235-3452. Again, Carla Lampe taking the win there. Wayne Morse and the number 12 machine holding on for 2nd. Dale Center is able to make it up to that 3rd spot. Maddox Vaught was right there on his tail. James Adams rounding out your top 5, and Wesley Decker finishing in that 6th spot. Is the Wesley Decker cheering crew here tonight? I can't hear anything in my box. Again, 20 Midwest Modifieds brought to you by Monett Rental and Sell showing up tonight. Starting here on heat race number 1, going to be Scott Fry in the 7K on the pole. On his outside, going to be Kyle Thompson out of Joplin, Missouri in the 292. Sam Keller in the 21K out of Seneca, Missouri, going to start from that 3rd spot. Darren Burton on his outside in the 12X from Marionville, Missouri. Jared McIntyre in the 9X out of Joplin, Missouri, starting from that 5th spot. On his outside, Mr. Jake Carter in the 34C. Jake coming from the Springfield, Missouri area. And Dayton Newell, the number 84 out of Stoutland, Missouri, going to start in the rear there. Looks like the 7K is Scott Fry going to go to the back. And the 292 of Kyle Thompson starting on the pole. Green flag brought to you by Freedom Bank. We're ready to get it on. 292 of Thompson out front quick. Looks like he's got the problems he's had in the last couple of weeks all ironed out. 21K of Sam Keller in that second spot. Whoa, Sam Keller getting a little wild coming off a 2. He'll lose 2 spots for it. McIntyre and Darren Burt going to move up second and third respectively. Keller will move back to 4th. Kyle Thompson in the 292 using his brother's backup motor out front here. Seems to be pretty good, running a 19.229. Jared McIntyre in that second spot. Darren Burt third. Sam Keller and Jake Carter rounding out your top 5. I said that. Keller moving back just a little bit. Carter and Dayton Newell getting around them. They're now your 4th and 5th machines. So Kyle Thompson in the 292 out front by 1 whole second over the 9X of Jared McIntyre. Extending that out to 1.454, running an 18.935. Boy, that is cooking in that 292 machine. That's Kyle Thompson out front there. Jared McIntyre in that second spot still. Right up against that wall, you see that 292. Jared McIntyre joining them in that 18-second group. 292 out front, Jared McIntyre second, Darren Burt holding on to top 3. 84, Dayton Newell getting around. I think it's Newell. Dayton Newell moving up to that 4th spot. Jake Carter in the 34C will move back to 5th. Watch out, Newell right there on the back bumper of the 12 machine of Burt. They're side by side as they come through 3 and 4. Newell getting a hold of this thing. He'll move up to that 3rd spot. Burt looking back to the bottom side, going to try to do a little crossover. Not going to be able to complete it. He'll just tuck himself right back in that 4th position. Meanwhile, out front, Kyle Thompson and Jared McIntyre. That race has got a lot closer over the last couple laps. White flag being brought to you by Piles Appliance and Mattress. One more time around for the 292 of Kyle Thompson. As they make their way around 3 and 4, the lead looks comfortable. I don't want to jinx it, but it looks good as he makes his way off of turn number 4. Takes that JB AutoWorks checkered flag. Kyle Thompson, your winner here of your Monett Rental and Sales Midwest Modified Heat Race number 1. Excellent racing there from your Monett Rental and Sales Midwest Modified Heat Race number 1. 292 of Kyle Thompson taking the win by a margin of 1.114 over the 9X of Jared McIntyre. Dayton Newell making his way up to that 3rd spot, making a couple last half race passes there. 12X of Darren Burt falls back to 4th. Jake Carter in a 34C, rounding out your top 5. Sam Keller and Scott Fry.
Hey, that 84 was making a move, man.
He was. He's going to be dangerous. He's going to be dangerous.
That was really pretty watching.
All right, time for your Midwest Modified Monett Rental and Sales Heat Race number 2. Starting on the pole is going to be Dylan Doris in the 18D. On his outside, going to be Terry Williams out of Springfield, Missouri in the number 27. Mike Hammond in the 115 out of Carthage, Missouri, going to start in that 3rd spot. Hunter Stutzman is going to be starting from 4th. Jordan Bryan in the number 15 out of Greenfield, Missouri, starting from that 5th position. Pete Richardson on his outside, the number 64 machine, and starting in the rear, able to make it out for the heat races here, Jordan Holloway in the 21H. These guys get it wound up. Hit that loud pedal. We're going green flag racing here at heat race number 2. Dylan Doris in that 18D machine makes his way down the backstretch with the lead. Hunter Stutzman already on his tail. Stutzman goes right up his bumper. We're piling it up. It's a parking lot in turn number 4. 18D of Dylan Doris stopping there in turn number 4. Hunter Stutzman right behind him.
All right, drivers, we did not get a lap in. That'll be an original restart if you can continue. Original restart.
That'll take some time to clean up here, so we'll do a little sponsor. We'll please the sponsors. Again, Friday, May 30th, we'll have your Napa Auto Parts B Modifieds, Monett Rental and Sales, Midwest Modified, CKR Fabrication, Pure Stocks, Ozark Mountain Sanitation, INX Legends, Hot Wired Auto Sales, Mid-America Rebuilders, Bombers, and your ULRA late models. Same lineup going to be on June 13th. One big one for us. We're going to have the USRA Heartland Modified Tour on June 27th and June 28th. Going to be a 2-day show. They're going to be accompanied by the Napa Auto Parts B Modifieds and your Monett Rental and Sales Midwest Modifieds. It's going to be an all-modified show. But we're going to have the USRA Heartland Modified Tour. Heck of a show last year rather. Well, a lot of damage to that machine there. I believe it was the 18 machine there. Dylan Doris, unfortunately. So it's going to be Terry Williams in the number 27. Going to be starting on the pole now on his outside. Going to be the 668 of Hunter Stutzman. Stutzman with minimal damage there on the front. So he was right behind the 18 of Dylan Doris. 115 of Mike Hammond. Going to start inside row. Jordan Bryant, rather. Going to start inside row number 2. On his outside, going to be Pete Richardson. Lights are out. We're ready to get this thing started here. 27 of Terry Williams brings them around. Green flag. Here we go. Hunter Stutzman on that top side. Williams on the bottom side. Stutzman going to take the lead there. Going into turn number 1. Richardson right behind her. We're going to be 3 wide. Stutzman hits the berm. He'll fall back to that third spot. Pete Richardson out to the point. Getting around Terry Williams here on lap number 1. Not even lap number 1. We're half a lap in. Pete Richardson with the immediate lead here on lap number 1. Terry Williams credited with that second spot for now. Hunter Stutzman looking to his inside. Going to be a good drag race down into 3 and 4. Williams on the top side. Stutzman on the bottom. Pete Richardson out front by 1.451 seconds. Running a 19.783. Hunter Stutzman was. 27 of Terry Williams falls back just a little bit. He's got the 15 of Jordan Bryant right there on his tail. Jordan Holloway moves to the inside of Bryant. Pete Richardson out front by 1.5 seconds over Hunter Stutzman in that 668 machine. 27 of Terry Williams still holding on to third. Watch out. Holloway and the 15 machine of Jordan Bryant get together there in turn number 4. See if that'll affect that left rear tire there of Jordan Bryant. Out front, Hunter Stutzman 1.549 seconds behind last time. As we make our way just past the halfway point, he shortens that lead to 1.488. Terry Williams in that third spot. Nobody run 80 fast. Well, Jordan Holloway. Jordan Holloway ran his fastest lap that last time here on lap number 5 at 19.578. Actually, he was the fastest besides your 2 lead cars. Holloway trying to look to the inside. Sparks coming from the 15 machine of Jordan Bryant as he touches the front wall there. Jordan Holloway sends it in just a little bit too hot there. He'll pay for it. White flag being brought to you by POWRi Appliance. Pete Richardson taking that white flag there. Hunter Stutzman right behind him. Terry Williams. Top 3. Coming off of turn number 4. Taking your JB Auto Works checkered flag. Going to be Pete Richardson. Margin of victory over the 668 machine is 2.375. Extending that lead even more. There on your last lap of your Monett Rental and Sales Midwest Modified Heat Race number 2. All right, heat race number 3, your Monett Real Sales Midwest Modifieds coming out. Starting on the pole is going to be Tommy Steele in the number 42 machine. On his outside, going to be the number 53 of Clayton Ward. Inside row number 2, the number 33 of Michael Gillis. On his outside, the 929 of Garrett Thompson. Ben Newell and Steve Worf going to start on the rear there with the 83 and the 22 machine.
Midwest Mod drivers, stack it up, stack it up, stack it up.
Lights are out. Ready to get it on once again. Me and my friend Tombo say.
Good luck.
Good luck, he says. Here, heat race number 3, your Monett Real Sales Midwest Modifieds. Steele and Ward, row number 1. Starting them right on the backstretch. I don't think that's a good start. And flagman Chip Abramovitz agrees. Tommy still wanting to get a good jump on it.
Nice even start in turn 4.
Clayton Ward all the way from Oronogo, Missouri. Tommy Steele gets him started here. A little better of a start. We're going to give it a green flag. Tommy Steele shoots it off into 1 and 2. He's got the 53 of Clayton Ward right behind him. 929 of Garrett Thompson trying to get into that 3rd position. It's going to be a 3-way battle. Watch out, we're way high, right up on that berm there. Michael Gillis on the inside. Thompson on the outside. Thompson looked uncomfortable on that top side, I think. Trying to make his way back to the bottom there. You're looking good. Smooth right through the middle there. Tommy still in the 42 machine. Your current leader here. 2 laps in the books of 8. 1/4 of the way through. Got a 1.097 second lead over the 53 of Clayton Ward. The front 2 start to break away just a little bit. Garrett Thompson in that 3rd spot. Ben Newell up to 4th position in that 83 machine. Michael Gillis falls back to 5th. Newell got Thompson in his sights now as they make their way through 3 and 4, coming to halfway through your Monett Real Sales Midwest Modified heat race number 3. Tommy Steele out front, running at 18.996, still not his fastest lap, but a darn fast one in that 18-second club. Extends his lead out to a 2.02 over the 53 of Clayton Ward. Garrett Thompson got his hands full with the 83 up. Ben Newell. Newell on his inside, going to try to take that 3rd spot away. Thompson not giving up that easy. Newell slides up in the 3rd. Tommy Steele, your leader, running at 18.934. That was his fastest lap. Ben Newell just a touch faster with 18.918 as he passes Thompson that last time around. Let's see what he runs this time at 18.709. Currently your fastest lap in the race from anybody. Coming around to take the JB Auto Works checkered flag, going to be the 42 machine of Tommy Steele. Clayton Ward finishing 2nd. Ben Newell up to 3rd.
42, jump to start the feature. I'll move you back a row each time you do it.
A little warning to the 42 machine of Tommy Steele. Tommy Steele in the 42 machine taking the win there, running his fastest lap that last lap, 18.918. Clayton Ward finishing 2nd. Ben Newell in the 83 machine able to creep up to 3rd. 929 to Garrett Thompson. In that 4th position, Steve Worf finishes 5th as Michael Gillis has motor problems, or some type of problems. I made that up. I wanted to sound smart. Some kind of problems there in the end of it. Let's see. We got our INX Legends coming up next. 18 Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends showing up here tonight. Starting on the pole here in heat race number 1, going to be the 55 of Kenny Foster. Kenny Foster coming to us all the way from Spokane, Missouri, in the number 55. Jackie Dalton on his outside out of Carthage, Missouri. Brooks Thompson in the 18T, able to make it out for the heat races. Joe Crum on his outside after. No, Joe Crum not able to make it out. Chance Gilbert, Braxton Root, Evan Piles, Ernie Vess, and Jordan Myers, the rest of the crew here in this one. 8 laps of distance here in your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends heat race number 1. And we are live. 55 if Kenny Foster shoots her off into turn number 1. We're going to be 3 wide for second, almost 4 wide. Watch out, Chance Gilbert. Almost up to that 3rd spot right off the bat. Coming around for lap number 1, Kenny Foster was scored first. 18T of Brooks Thompson, much better race this time as he's looking for the lead here. Chance Gilbert right behind him. In that 3rd spot, Braxton Rupp and Jackie Dalton, your top 5. Dalton gets passed as he's way high. No longer in your top 5 there. 72 of Evan Powell. Skipping Zerny Vest and Jackie Dalton. He'll move up to that 5th spot. Now up to 4th. Chance Gilbert on the outside. Brooks Thompson. Braxton Roop, your new leader here. Chance Gilbert on the inside. Braxton Roop on the outside. Chance Gilbert grabs another gear and he is gone. He was playing possum the whole time. Oh, watch out. We're getting together. I've seen that as Braxton Roop comes down on the 72 machine of Evan Pyle.
Caution drivers.
Josh,
Yes, sir.
tell that car over there he can't park there.
You can't park there.
Right there, you see that? That car that's parked?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, well.
that's unfortunate. So Braxton Roop went from the lead to the tail. I can't remember what they call it. From the penthouse to the, I don't know what's the basement. From the penthouse to the basement. We'll say that. Chance Gilbert in the 01 machine, your current leader, running a 20.197. That was his fastest lap last time by. Brooks Thompson holding on to that 2nd spot, looking to go to that bottom side. That'll put Zerny Vest the 3rd on his outside.
I'm good for starting on the back.
Jackie Dalton inside row number 3.
Stack it up, drivers. We're going to go green next time by on the backstretch. Green on the backstretch.
Again, going to be a backstretch restart here as we're looking for that Johnson Service Station's restart zone. Chance Gilbert with a good restart coming off of turn number 2. Zerny Vest up to that 2nd spot. As they come down the front stretch, we're Green Flag Racing here. We're lap number 3, just short of our halfway point of our Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends heat race number 1. 18T of Brooks Thompson able to get around Zerny Vest there. He'll take over that 2nd spot. Vest not giving up from that outside. Brooks moves it up, taking over that 2nd spot. Meanwhile, we're 3 wide almost for that 3rd position, 4th position rather. Jackie Dalton with an excellent run off of turn number 2, looking right behind the 55 of Kenny Foster. I need to ask Dalton how he's enjoying running these INX Legends this year. It is a big difference between your modifieds and your legends, obviously. Currently sitting in that 4th spot now. Chance Gilbert out front by 1.901 seconds over Brooks Thompson. Ernie Vest in that 3rd spot. Jackie Dalton moving up to 4th, and Kenny Foster rounding out your top 5. Well, he gets passed by Braxton Roop there right as I say it. White flag being brought to you by Piles Appliance. Oh, Ernie Vest spins there in turn number 1. He'll gather it back up, and we will stay green flag. Excellent job, only falls back to the 4th position. Meanwhile, out front, the 0-1, a Chance Gilbert taking home the win there. Brooks Thompson finishing in that 2nd spot. Jackie Dalton will finish 3rd, Braxton Root 4th, and Zerny Vest only falls to 5th. Ricky! One more time for the 0-1. A Chance Gilbert taking home the win there. Brooks Thompson finishing 2nd. Jackie Dalton moves up to 3rd. Braxton Root moves up to 4th. And Zerny Vest the 3rd, rounding out your top 5.
Hey, that 85, the black and the orange, he did 4 spins on quarter number 1 and kept going. Give it up for him. Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty good. All right, starting on the pole here in heat race number 2, your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Going to be Lonnie Malbauer in the 06 machine. On his outside, Mr. Peyton Powell, number 41 out of Wheaton, Missouri. Inside row number 2 is going to be Dave Comer in the number 9 machine out of Joplin, Missouri. On his outside, Ashley Vaughn in the V2 out of Aldridge, Missouri. Davin Lawson in the 8 machine out of Rogersville. Starting from that 5th spot on his outside, Ron Vaughn in the 2V. Eric Tracy in the 67. Phil Berkebile Jr. in the 57. And Ron Hubbard rounding out your field there here. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank. Lonnie Malbauer, your current leader. Davin Lawson to his inside, going to try to take the lead down backstretch, and he will do so in dominant fashion. Coming around to lead lap number 1. Going to the 864. I say the 864, but it's just 8 here on My Race Pass. Davin Lawson, your leader, out front by 0.4 of a second over the 06 of Lonnie Malbauer. Malbauer got his hands full with Peyton Powell right behind him. And the 67 of Eric Tracy. Tracy all over the back side of Peyton Powell. Ooh, Malbauer comes way down. Peyton Powell able to go to that 2nd spot. Malbauer got a good run off that top side in 2. Malbauer looking top, looking bottom, trying to find a way to get around Powell here. He's not going anywhere. Right there on the back bumper, and he spins. Oh, big hit on the inside. He'll hit the pole. Not the pole, but the mount around the pole. He's going to keep it going, and what a trooper. Malbauer going to keep us green flag racing here as we hit our halfway point in our Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends heat race number 2. Davin Lawson, your current leader. Peyton Powell in that 2nd spot. Eric Tracy moves up to 2nd. Ron Hubbard up to 4th rather. And Ron Vaughn moving into your top 5. Davin Lawson out front by 2.5 seconds, almost over the 41 machine of Peyton Powell. Ooh, 67 of Eric Tracy get a little loose. There must be something going on there, because that's 2 cars that have got loose there off of turn number 1. Davin Lawson in the 8 machine coming off of turn number 4. Going to take the win here. Peyton Powell finishing in that 2nd spot. Eric Tracy 3rd. Ron Hubbard and Lonnie Malbauer rounding out your top 5. All right, up next we got the Young Lions class coming out. I believe they are 12 and under, 14 and under. I'll have to do my research. It's kind of a new thing that we're trying here. Monett Motor Speedway involving our INX legends.
6 laps. Race this year. Thank you guys for coming out. Tell your buddies at school to get a legend and come out and race in this class.
You hear that? Tell your buddies at school to get a legend. Come out and race here at Monett Motor Speedway.
Up-and-coming racers to have this class. We're going to go green out of turn 4 in 6 laps. 6 laps to race this class.
Alrighty. They make their way around turns 3 and 4. Green flag, here we go. Camden Grimes, your pole sitter, falls back to that 2nd spot. Jet Stovall in the 00 way out front now. Stovall, of course, the son of Jesse Stovall, running that 00. Jet Stovall running a 20.775. First time around, Camden Grimes. In that 2nd spot, Bronson Hawkins. In the number 28. Currently sitting 3rd, Trip Johnson and Rory Thompson, your top 5. Again, 6 laps going to be the distance here in your Young Lions INX Legends Heat Race number 1. Jet Stovall in the 00 out front by 2.399 seconds. Camden Grimes in that 2nd spot doing a good job. Featured him quite a bit in our TikTok page here. Watch out, we're getting a little bit loose. Bronson Hawkins gets a little loose there in turn number 1, gets her corrected back, and that's what this class is about, learning. It's gonna be a good experience for these kids. Jet Stovall still out front by 4.978 seconds over Camden Grimes. Grimes in that 49 machine. Bronson Hawkins in 3rd, Trip Johnson and Roy Thompson, your top 5. White flag out now for the 00 Jet Stovall. Coming off of turn number 4, taking home his first win here on your Young Lion INX Legends Heat Race number 1, the 00 of Jet Stovall. Camden Grimes in that number 49, going to finish in that 2nd spot. Bronson Hawkins was right behind him, half a second between the 28 of Bronson Hawkins and the 49 of Camden Grimes. Trip Johnson in the 7J. Finishing in that 4th spot, and Rory Thompson rounding out your top 5. Good racing there from our young Lion Inex legends. Up next, we got some B modified action. B Modifieds being brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. I want to give a huge shout out to the crew at Napa Auto Parts for picking up the B Modified sponsorship for the 2025 season. Located at 641 West Highway 60 in Monett. Be sure to visit Napa Auto Parts for all your car parts, accessories, tools, and equipment for your car, truck, and SUV. Reach them at 417-772-7212 for your Monett location, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6. 8 to 2 on Saturdays and closed on Sundays. It's going to be a good run here from your heat race number 1 Napa Auto Parts B Modifieds. Jackie Dalton pulling double duty. Been on the front row all night, starting wise. He'll start this one on the pole. Kelly Hicks on his outside, making his first night here in his new Shaw car. J.C. Newell, Mark Wolf, row number 2. Brett Testerman, Mitch Keeter, row number 3. Keeter trying to make it 3 in a row. Green flag, current points leader tied with Ryan Gile. Dalton with a quick lead here. Newell is inside. He'll take it real fast. Oh my gosh, we're 4 wide. Too bad we don't have a photographer on that side. Still 3 wide as we go down the backstretch. I told you this was going to be a barn burner here. Wolf moves it up way high. Him and Kelly Chick Hicks get together. It's a brand new car. Throwing caution to the wind here in the rear. Gonna be a good night. Gonna be a good night of racing. J.C. Newell, the 83 machine, no stranger to victory lane here at Monett Motor Speedway. Jackie Dalton in that 2nd spot. Mitch Keeter in 3rd. Again, Keeter trying to make it 3 in a row. Good run off the top side. Keeter already a NASCAR champion in the past. Kelly Chick Hicks in the 32 machine around in turn number 1 and 2. That will bring out the first car's keys and caution flag here.
21 of Dalton. I need a lane choice, make it obvious. 21 of Dalton. Out.
83 of J.C. Newell, your current leader here. 2 laps in the books of your Napa Auto Parts B Modified heat race number 1. Jackie Dalton in that 2nd spot, looking to go to the bottom side. That'll put Mitch Keeter up top. Brett Testerman, top of row number 3. 0-2 of Kyle Long who was inside. Mark Wolf and Kelly Chick Hicks in the rear. Newell gets this thing started off a 2. Green flag, here we go. Dalton sends her off into 1 and 2. Trying to hold on to that 2nd spot, but he's got Mitch Keeter on that top side. Keeter getting around him on the top. Keeter moving up to that 2nd spot. J.C. Newell still out front. Keeter in 2nd and Dalton in that 3rd position. Meanwhile, the 0-2. Kyle Long not being scored on my race pass, but is currently sitting in that 4th spot. Mark Wolf behind him. Kyle Long, yeah. Huh? The 0-2 is in 4th. Oh, he spun though. That's good news. Check. That's embarrassing. I hit the wrong mute button. It's good news for my race pass. That's it. Oh, don't let it go too far, buddy. J.C. Newell, your current leader still. as we get our second Napa Auto Parts B Modified Heat Race number 1.
That's 2 in a
Caution.
row in the same corner.
We don't want to talk about it.
What's the deal with that?
It must be slippery.
Maybe.
Slippery. Lineup looks right. The lights are out. We're ready to go green flag racing once again. Newell hits that loud pedal. Jackie Dalton slips up just a little bit. Watch out, Mark Wolf on his bottom side. J.C. Newell in the 83, your current leader here as we come to lap number 5. Mitch Keeter in that second spot trying to reel it in. Falls back 8/10 of a second. Jackie Dalton in that third spot. Wolf slips up just a little bit between 1 and 2. J.C. Newell out front of this thing by 1.5 seconds over Mitch Keeter, number 52 machine. Jackie Dalton sitting in third. Mark Wolf fourth. Coming off of turn number 3, the bright orange, number 83, and J.C. Newell taking home the win there. J.C. Newell in the 83 machine taking home the JB Auto Works checkered flag there. Mitch Keeter finishing in that second spot. Jackie Dalton third. Mark Wolf and Brett Testerman rounding out your top 5. Heat race number 2 of your Napa Auto Parts B Modifieds making their way onto the track now. Starting on the pole is going to be this Trevor Drake in the 7L machine coming all the way from Brighton, Missouri. On his outside, Mr. Rex Harris in the 30 coming from Max Creek. Andy Ost had a win last year here at Monett Motor Speedway. He'll start his 72 machine inside row number 2 in that third spot. On his outside, currently tied for the points lead with Mitch Keeter, the number 66 of Ryan Gilmore out of Springfield, Missouri. Dan Culp, the number 45 machine out of Hinesville, starting in that inside row of number 3 on his outside. Last year's points champion, the 00 of Case and Harris out of Bella Vista, Arkansas. And starting shotgun on the field here, Alan Owen in the number 79 coming all the way from Pecola, Oklahoma. Drake brings them off at turn number 3, hits the pedal just in time. Trevor Drake sits them off into 1 and 2. Your current leader, good run down the backstretch. What a lead he's got built up already here. 7L of Trevor Drake going to lead lap number 1. I get right next to the wall there. Oh boy, we're just about tangled up. Oh, Dan Culp collects that tire. That will bring out the caution with 1 lap in the books here on your Napa Auto Parts B Modified Heat Race number 2.
I need the 7L out front, followed by the 72 and the 30.
So 1 lap in the books here on your Napa Auto Parts B Modified Heat Race number 2. Trevor Drake, your current leader. Andy Austin, the 72 machine, currently sitting in second. Rex Harris third.
Stack it up right there, gentlemen. We're going to go green out of turn 4. We're going to go green out of turn.
Ryan Gilmore and Casey Harris side by side.
Green on the back stretch.
little more debris there in turns 1 and 2.
Sorry about that, guys. There's some debris in turn 2.
Big thank you to Jesse Stovall getting that taken care of for us. So caution light is back on.
7L, you start the race on the backstretch. 7L, you start the race on the backstretch.
Flagman Chip Admirovitz looks him over. Gets that light shut out. We're going to go green flag racing on the backstretch. Looking for a Johnson service station restart zone located in the small town of Crane. All kinds of services they can do for you. Give them a call, 417-723-5910, and schedule your next service. Green flag on the backstretch. Drake coming to the flag stand. He'll be your leader here. Lost on the bottom side. Rex Harris on the top. Good racing. Andy Austin, the 72 machine, holding on to that second spot. Gilmore shoots out like a cannon. He's in that 4th spot right now. Taking a look to the bottom side of Aust. We'll try to get around Rex Harris first. Harris with a much better run off of turn number 2. Harris looking at the bottom side of Aust as they go through 3 and 4 here. Trevor Drake still out front. 1 second lead over the 72 of Andy Aust. 3-way battle. Going to be for that 3rd spot. Rex Harris, Ryan Gilmore, and Alan Owen Jr. Gilmore throws it in there. 30 of Harris doing his best to protect that bottom line. Trevor Drake still holding on to a 1 second lead over the 72 of Andy Aust. Harris using that top line, Ryan Gilmore at the bottom. Gilmore doing a little catching up there in 1 and 2. Case and Harris off the pace there in the rear. Trevor Drake running his fastest lap that last time by 18.66, almost under the 17 seconds. Andy also running his fastest, an 18.260. White flag displayed for your leader. White flag again being brought to you by Piles Appliance and Mattresses. Trevor Drake in the 7L leading from sunup to sundown as he brings it around 3 and 4. He'll take that JB AutoWorks checkered flag for the first time here. Trevor Drake in the 7L taking home the win there. Andy Austin, the number 72, finishing 2nd. Rex Harris, Ryan Gilmore, and Alan Owen Jr. rounding out your top 5. Dan Culp, number 45 machine, and Kason Harris rounding out the field. Trevor Drake dominant here in your Napa Auto Parts B Modified Heat Race number 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we added them. They weren't racing anywhere. Time for some USRA A Modifieds. Starting on the pole here on USRA Heat Race number 1, going to be 73 of Mickey Burrell from Fairgrove, Missouri. Kylan Garner running a Danny Miller Logging number 45 machine out of Neosho, Missouri. He'll start on the outside pole. Tyler Wolf in the 4W out of Fayetteville, Arkansas, going to start inside row number 2. Danny Miller on his outside in the X machine. Trevor Hughes in the 712 making the trip over here to Monett Motor Speedway. Dean Weil in the 68. Kalen Lopez coming all the way from Chowchilla, California in the 16B. And Keegan Keel in the number 55 out of Wheaton, Missouri. Green flag, we're ready to get it on. Caution coming out here for the number 45 of Kyle and Garner.
Outside row up one. That whole outside row up a spot.
So you heard the man there. It's going to be an original restart, except for the 45 machine will go to the back for its isolated incident.
Okay, never mind. 4W, I need you on the outside. 4W, I need you on the outside. Then I need the X, followed by the 712. Then the 68, then the 16B, then the 55.
So Tyler Wolf moving up to that second spot there. Mickey Burrell still your leader.
X, I need you outside the 16. X, I need you outside the 16.
Lineup looks right. Going to be an original restart.
Turn 4, gentlemen. Going green out of turn 4, gentlemen.
All right, Mickey Burrell brings them around 3 and 4. Hits that live pedal or green flag racing once again. Wolf, fast, golly. Coming off of turn number 4. Or what? Coming off of turn number 2, car number 4. Leading lap number 1 going to be the 4W of Tyler Wolf, Mickey Burrell, half a second behind him, number 68 of Dean Wiley. Looking at his inside, going to try to take that second spot away here. Trevor Hughes in the 712 right on his tracks. Tyler Wolf running a 17.205 last time by. 68. The X gets turned there in turn number 1. That will bring out the second Car Keys and More caution flag here. Car Keys and More providing automotive locksmith services at your location, including key duplication, key origination, remotes, lasers, key cutting, key programming, and much, much more. Give them a call at 417-438-4848. So 2 laps in the books here in the USRA A Modifieds. How'd you feel about that, Ricky? Thoughts?
I think the black X car just wants some cotton candy.
Oh.
That's all he wants to do. He just keeps spinning. He wants cotton candy, Josh.
Well, there you go.
Shake and bake, buddy. Shake and bake.
Shake and bake as we get ready to start things off once again here. Kind of a late start there for your 4W Tyler Wolf, but he is your pace setter. He makes his way off a turn number 4. Whoa, Trevor Hughes on the other side of the 73 of Ryan. Oh boy, we're spinning in front of the field. How there wasn't more carnage, I do not know. That'll bring out your third caution here in your USRA A Modifieds heat race number 1.
All right, 73, I need a lane choice, make it obvious.
All right, ready to get it on again. The 4W of Tyler Wolf, your current leader. Hughes and Burrell, row number 2. Green flag, here we go. Good restart there at the cone. Wolf brings them around 3 and 4. Trevor Hughes right behind him. Wolf and Hughes 1 and 2. Burl in third. The X Machine, that's 2 for him. Danny Miller in the X Machine.
X car, park it right there. 73.
2-spin rule there for your X Machine of Danny Miller. Tyler Wolf with excellent restarts right there at the cone.
73, I need a lane choice. You are in second. 73, I need a lane choice. Stack it up.
Mickey
5 outside the 45.
thinking about going to the bottom side. He'll let Trevor be down there. Mickey currently your second place car.
On the back stretch.
Trevor Hughes on the bottom side here for the restart. As we're looking for the Johnson Service Station restart zone. Green flag, here we go. All right, can we get out of 1 and 2? We do that. Coming around 3 and 4, Tyler Wolf gonna complete lap number 3. Lap number 2, now we're on lap number 3. Trevor Hughes for the lead on the bottom. Watch out, gonna cross him over. Tyler Wolf, Trevor Hughes, this is gonna be a good battle. Wolf not going down easy here. Halfway through your A modified heat race number 1. Dean Weil made his way up there. He's going to take a look to the bottom side of Trevor Hughes. Oh, Mickey Burl spinning there in turns 3 and 4. That will bring out the caution.
High in 4. Caution, caution, caution. High in 4. Get single file, drivers. Get single file, please.
So we made it to lap number 5. Leader please +3. Tyler Wolf in the 4W, your current leader. Trevor Hughes challenging him.
I need a lane choice, make it obvious. 16 down, 45 out, 55. Come around, tack the back of the field. Yeah, how many laps are left?
2 laps left here.
That's only in the feature. 73, I need you to tack the back of the field. 73, I need you to tack the back of the field. Let them come around to you.
So Tyler Wolf, your current leader here. Trevor Hughes
Line up
scored
right
in that
there.
second spot. 68 Machine. Wish I knew how to say his last name. Somebody's going to yell at me. I just know it. Willie, W-I-L-L-E. Wow. Will. Green flag, here we go. Back down the Johnson Service Station restart zone. Freedom Bank bringing you. Oh, goodness. They're all over the place. Your leader moves all the way back to the 5th spot. Trevor Hughes, your new leader, as he makes his way down the backstretch. Your California driver, Kalen Lopez, moves up to 2nd. Wolf making his way back through the field here. He's up to the 4th spot. Meanwhile, Trevor Hughes taking that white flag again being brought to you by Piles Appliance and Mattresses here. 3-car battle for that 2nd spot, 68, 16, and 4. 68 Machine moves up to that 2nd spot. Trevor Hughes taking the win there. Tyler Wolf able to get back around to that 3rd spot. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the 712 of Trevor Hughes taking the win there. Dean Wheel finishing in that second spot. Tyler Wolf in the 4W able to make it back up to third. Kalen Lopez out of California finishing in that fourth spot. And Mickey Burrell holding on to fifth. All right, heat race number 2 making their way onto the track now. Jarrett Dotson from Baxter Springs, Kansas, starting his 24/7 machine from the pole on his outside.
Stack it up. 8 laps. 8 laps is your heat race distance.
Weston Holman, the number 34 machine out of Springdale, Arkansas, taking the win over Johnny Bone Jr. here in week number 1.
Team, we have this heat race and 2 more till intermission.
Freddie Hogriff in the 57H coming from Cameron, Oklahoma. He'll start from that third spot. Wyatt Gagura, why all these difficult last names? 15W machine starting in that fourth spot. Cameron Rank in the number 8. He'll start from the 5th spot. Chris Lewis making his way back to Monett Motor Speedway in the 15L. He's starting 6th. Jason Hughes in the 12, and Kyle Slater rounding out the field here. We're at green flag racing here. A lot of bunching up in the back, but meanwhile out front, Weston Holman, Jared Dotson gonna battle it out for the lead. Side by side, Jared Dotson with the lead on the outside. Holman not giving up, tries to push his way in there. Got a good run off that bottom side. He'll take the lead from Jared Dotson. Weston Holman, your new leader, as he heads off into 3 and 4. Jared Dotson in that second spot. Jason Hughes trying to get around it. 57 machine of Freddie. Oh. Just things going wrong everywhere, okay? Weston Holman, your current leader with 2 laps in the books. Jason Hughes had made his way up to second, but we go back a lap, so Jarrett Dotson will be scored in that second spot. Jason Hughes in third.
247, I need a lane choice, make it obvious. 247, I need a lane choice, make it obvious. 12 out, 15.
2 laps in the books, 6 to go.
15, right there, gentlemen, right there is your lineup. 34, you're starting on the back.
Cameron Rank getting pushed to the back here. That pretty little 8 machine. We'll give him one more time around as we push the 8 to the back. Going to be a Delaware double file restart. No.
Caution, 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 caution. 34, you set the pace on the backstretch. 34, you set the pace on the backstretch.
Now the lights are out, and we're going to go green flag racing on the backstretch. Right in front of that beautiful home of the Larry Phillips Memorial, which we will have later this year. Weston Holman gets them started on the backstretch as they make their way through 3 and 4. You got Trevor Hughes, or I'm sorry, Jason Hughes rather, right on his tail. Now he's right to his other side. Holman shutting the door on him. Hughes looking to the bottom side, trying to take over the lead here, and he wheeled off of turn number 2. Holman not going anywhere, trying to make it 2 in a row here in their USRA A modifieds. Jason Hughes, your new leader. Weston Holman moves back to that second spot. 15W, Wyatt Gagura. Halfway through your USRA A modified heat race number 2, Jason Hughes in the 12 machine out front. Weston Holman sitting in second. White Guerrero in the 15W sitting third. Kyle Slater up to 4th spot. Jared Dotson moves back to 5th. Hughes extends his lead out to 1.872 over Weston Holman. Everybody running their fastest lap last time by 17.225, the fastest coming from Jason Hughes in that number 12 machine. Relaxes just a little bit. Everybody relaxes just a little bit. Jared Dotson, the only one improving his lap time that last time by here as we hit that white flag. And now the checkered flag out for Jason Hughes, brought to you by JB Auto Works. Jason Hughes, another 12th machine, taking home the win by 2.259 seconds over the 34 of Weston Holman. White Guerrero finishing third. Kyle Slater at 4th in the 19K, and Jared Dotson in the 24/7 rounding out your top 5. Vito. Bombers getting ready to make their way out next.
Bomber drivers, 6 laps. 6 laps is your new race distance this evening.
Bombers being brought to you by Hot Wired Auto Cells and Mid-America Rebuilders. 2 heat races in this one as we've got 14 entries tonight. Starting on the pole is going to be Brandon Bishop in the 3J out of Republic, Missouri. On his outside, going to be Jack Hamer in the number 14 coming from Ava. Evan Clark in the 82X. Very close to victory so far this year. We'll see if he can do it tonight. Daniel Bishop in the 13J starts on the outside. Pete Navarro in the 5 machines starting in that 5th spot, or I'm sorry, 9 machines starting in the 5th spot. Michael Gillis in the 33 starting 6th, and Corbin Mooney in the 2M. Green flag on the track. Good side-by-side battle out front. Timing back up here. Jack Hamer and Brandon Bishop out front here. Still side by side as we come 3 wide right behind them. So we're side by side and then 3 wide. Hamer didn't know there was a car down there. We'll get her all jacked back up. See, look. Tell me we're not better than them. Oh my gosh, we're going to get. Oh, Hamer just abused out there. And we're still green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Your leader here for lap number 2 is going to be Evan Clark in the 82X. Brandon Bishop in the 3J will move back to 2nd. The 2M of Corbin Mooney up to 3rd. What a wild first lap, or second lap, I guess. Lap number 1.5. Right here at our halfway point, your Hot Wired Auto Cells Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers Heat Race number 1. Evan Clark, your leader by 1.193 over Corbin Mooney, who's now moved up to that 2nd spot. Boy, Brandon Bishop getting a little bit loose in that new, I say new to him, Crown Vic as he gets shunted back to 3rd. Michael Gillis in the 33 getting around him. So Evan Clark, Corbin Mooney, and Michael Gillis, your top 3. Gillis with a good run, making a diamond out of the track here. Gonna try to make a pass here on this last lap. White flag being brought to you by Piles Appliance. Evan Clark's lead at 0.927. Corbin Mooney just almost 1 full second behind Michael Gillis. Another 0.7 of a second behind that. Checkered flag coming out, an 82X machine out front here at Monett Motor Speedway, taking the win here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers Heat Race number 1.
82X, 2N, 33 Tech.
Corbin Mooney finishing in that second spot. Michael Gillis rounding out your top 3. Brandon Bishop and Jack Hamer rounding out your top 5. Big round of applause for the 82X taking the win there in Heat Race number 1. Heat Race number 2 getting ready to make their way onto the track next.
6 laps.
Starting on the pole here for Heat Race number 2 in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers is Larry Jordan in the 10 machine out of Joplin, Missouri on his that side. James DeWitt in the 930 out of Pineville, Missouri. Zachary Riddick, current points leader in the 22Z, starting from that 3rd spot on his outside. Ethan Dockery out of Monett, Missouri. Ethan in the 15E machine. Daryl Riddick in the 1776 machine. Going to start from that 5th spot. And making her racing debut tonight, Michaela Seward in the 21M. Turned 17 last week. First time driving a race car here. Michaela coming from Joplin, Missouri. Zachary Hawkins in the 40 machine going to start in the rear there.
That is a Jesse question on intermission, but I don't think it'll be very long. Going green out of turn 4, 6 laps. 6 laps, gentlemen.
Larry Jordan gets him started here in turn number 4. Green flag, here we go. James DeWitt out to the lead. Multiple time winner here at Monett Motor Speedway. DeWitt out front by about, half a straightaway here. Over the 22Z of Zach Riddick. Going to be 6 laps the distance. Ethan Dockery doing a good job there in that 3rd spot. He's got the 1776 of Daryl Riddick right behind him. One lap in the books. James DeWitt running a 22.498. He said his goal is to be under 22. We'll see if he does it this time. Not quite. Still 22.5. But he is out front of this thing. Zachary Riddick running a 22.228. James DeWitt in the 930 machine leads another lap here. Coming up to lap traffic, number 40 of Zachary Hawkins. He'll dive her to the bottom side. Zachary Riddick coming on like a stalker. Riddick closing the gap there. 0.8 of a second last time by. Shortens it to 0.5 of a second. Half a second there between Zachary Riddick and James DeWitt. Ethan Dockery in that 3rd spot. Daryl Riddick 4th. Larry Jordan in 5th. Michaela Seward just outside your top 5 there. White flag being displayed for your leader there, James DeWitt in the 930 machine as he gets around Michaela Seward safely. Zachary Riddick right there on his back bumper, hoping to use a lapped car, and he'll finish 2nd. James DeWitt taking the win there in your 930 machine of your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers.
Checkered flag. I need the 930.
Zachary Riddick in the 22Z finishing 2nd. Ethan Dockery in the 15E finishing 3rd. Daryl Riddick rather in the 1776 finishing 4th, and Larry Jordan rounding out your top 5. Michaela Seward finishing 6th, and Zachary Hawkins in the 40 machine rounding out your field. That'll take us to our intermission here. We'll use this time to stretch our legs and use the restroom and get some delicious Mazio's pizza from the Pit Stop Grill.